Welcome to the Future's All-American Selection Show, brought to you by Boomba. Some of the most talented youth fast pitch players will be meeting in Orlando this summer for the Future's All-American Games. And joining me to discuss the Northwest roster is Jamie Loprice, VP of USA Elite Select and former NPF outfielder. Now, Jamie, before we get to the roster, I know that you had 150 athletes in the Northwest region alone. There are 8 regions. Can you just talk about the selection process? That's a lot of athletes.
It is a lot of athletes. We had 2 different tryouts in this region. So athletes came together. They were evaluated by professional players from the NPF, which is a great experience for them to get that feedback. And then they were scored on their defense, their offense, and their overall athleticism. Then from there, we selected the top 24 athletes per age group.
And talk about the rosters for each age group.
We're actually going to split the team. So in 24, we're going to split it to 2 teams of 12. You'll have the American team and the national team competing. All
right, well, let's get started with our 10U. We kick it off with our 10U American team. Pitching, we have Elise McMullen and Erica Roden.
One of our top performers was Elise McMullen. She's a right-handed pitcher from Washington who can also hit the ball really well.
Moving to the infield, Sophia Tyler, Nicole Mergen, Grace Justine, Allison Kimball, and Malia Cherry.
A player to watch is Sophia Tyler. She's a very athletic middle infielder from Browns Valley, California.
And catching, we have Hannah Jensen, Tori Cesari, Janet Kearns, Kelsey Medallia, and Scarlett Olivas.
I feel pitchers will really enjoy throwing to Hannah Jensen. She's a catcher out of Corvallis, Oregon, a strong catcher with a really strong arm.
And playing for the national team in the circle, we have Avery Matroni and Zoe Theophilus.
One of our top performers was Avery Matroni. She's a right-handed pitcher out of San Bruno, California. She really impressed with her ability to hit her spots.
Moving to the infields, we have Samantha Ray, Sage Brindle, Elisa Baxter, Sarah Pruitt, and Abby Desi.
A player to watch is Samantha Ray. She's out of Salinas, California, plays for the Central Coast Fury, a lefty hitter, probably one of our top players. She had one of the highest scores out of that region.
Catching, we have Karen Spadafora, Kayla Macias, Samantha Zelenka, Vanessa Keller, and Eden Garcia.
Catcher Vanessa Keller from Elk Grove, California. She's definitely a player to watch, a very good hitter.
All right, in our American 11U team, pitching, we have Olivia Matlock, Cameron Dacus, and Abigail Loomis.
One of our top performers was Olivia Matlock. She's a right-handed pitcher out of Menlo, Washington. She's also a very good hitter, had very quick hands in the tryout.
In the outfield, Sophia Martin and Victoria Ray.
Sophia Martin, one of our top performers out of Ranching, Murrieta, California, plays for a very good organization with the California Breeze. Probably one of our fastest players there at the tryout.
We move to the infields, Aaliyah Gomez, Kennedy Kuna, Ali Waltermeyer, Taylor Nelson, and Kami Koruk.
Aaliyah Gomez was a top scorer out of Watsonville, California, a very athletic player who swings the bat well.
And behind the plate, look for Lily Bean and Michaela McCain.
Lily Bean, a hard-throwing catcher out of Kirkland, Washington, also swings the bat very well.
And American 11U, in the circle, we have McKenna Hayden, Emma Fales, and Mia Rogers.
A pitcher to pay attention to is McKenna Hayden. She's a right-handed pitcher out of Grass Valley, California, plays for the Yard Sharks organization, shows a lot of command with her pitches.
In the outfield is Katie Abrahamson.
Abrahamson, a lefty out of Hillsboro, Oregon. She'll be a fun outfielder to watch. Watch her get good reads on the ball and cover a lot of ground.
And in the infields, we have Taylor Beal, Michaela Winchell, Janen Fernald, Reagan Jackson, Ainsley Davis, and Georgia Corey.
Taylor Beal out of Folsom, California. The scouting report on her showed very good range. They talked about how well she charges the ball. She'll be a fun infielder to watch.
And catching, Paris Uribe and Raylan Anderson.
Catcher Paris Uribe out of San Jose, California, had one of the strongest arms overall in the tryout.
And playing for the 12U American team, our pitchers are Sophia Vandersummen, Carolyn Evans, and Haley Mize.
One of our top performers was pitcher Sophia Vandersummen. She's a right-handed pitcher out of Tigard, Oregon, also a very strong hitter.
Taking a look at the infield, Justine Obenchain, Nyla Priestley, Chase Cordeves, Alexa Vandersummer, and Ashley Aguayo.
Justine Obenchain, she was one of our direct selects out of Vallejo, California, a middle infielder who's super athletic and also a very consistent player across the board.
And catching, we have Maya Guerrero, Kaylee Ballard, Phoenix Morton, and Maria Anderson.
Another direct select was catcher Maya Guerrero. She's out of Watsonville, California, and top scorers overall. Very strong player. Look for her to bring some power.
And the 12U national team pitching will be Morgan McMillan, Lauren Bryson, and Haley Olson.
A pitcher to watch is Morgan McMillan. She's out of Jacksonville, a right-handed pitcher, also a very good athlete.
And in the outfield will be Alexis Jade Beaumont.
Beaumont, an outfielder, a lefty, covers a lot of ground out there. She'll be fun to watch in the outfield.
In the infields, we have Amaya Davis, Jocelyn Campos, Courtney Patrick, Robin Brunson, and Carly Lovett.
A player to watch here is corner infielder Courtney Patrick. Showed a lot of range, has very good hands.
And behind the plate, you can look for Emily Kahns, Piper Love, and Kakai Schultz.
Emily Kahns is a catcher to watch. She's actually out of Florida, but she'll be playing for the Northwest team, a very versatile athlete.
And when we come back, we'll have more rosters for the 13U and 14U for the Northwest region. And also, Jamie will explain how Easton is going to impact these players in the All-American Games.
Being selected in the NPF draft, you are immediately welcomed into an organization that demonstrates work ethic, dedication, and love for fast-pitch softball. As the official uniform provider for the NPF, we at Boomba recognize this. Our unparalleled craftsmanship shows in the way the products look and perform for these high-level athletes. Boomba's cutting-edge uniforms, products, and our commitment to the sport of fast pitch are why we are the official uniform provider for the NPF.
How did I get there? I played against the best.
How did I get there? I challenged myself.
How did I get there? I raised my level of competition.
USA Elite Select. Your legacy starts here.
Welcome back. Before we get to the 13 and 14U rosters, Jamie, why didn't you explain how Easton is going to get involved and impact these players in the future's All-American Games?
Yeah, something new that we're doing this year is Easton as a sponsor is going to be involved. They're going to outfit all of our 13 and 14-year-olds with equipment, and it'll actually be customized to their team colors too. So pretty cool for these kids to not only come and play and compete, but they're also going to get some pretty sweet gear.
A lot of exciting opportunities for these young athletes, and let's kick it off with our 13U rosters. And we kick it off with our American team. Pitching, we have Madison Uratia, Carolyn Wimberly, Emily Harms, and Alyssa Rue.
A player to watch is Madison Urita out of Roseville, California. She's a right-handed pitcher, but also a very good athlete and overall defensive player.
In the outfield, we have Summer Lake, Lauren Lewis, and Sarah Parker.
Summer Lake, an outfielder, good defensive player out of California, but also a very strong hitter.
And taking a look at the infield, Jaden Bushnell, Haley Biggenheimer, and Gianna Prevost.
Look out for Jaden Bushnell, a middle infielder out of Linwood, Washington. A good defensive player. You can tell by her scores. She shows a lot of range, and she'll be fun to watch out there in the infield.
And at catcher, you can look for Alexis Navarrete and Bailey Warren.
Alexis Navarrete, a catcher out of Redwood City, California. A very good athlete. Shows a lot of quickness back there behind the plate.
And playing for the Nationals, let's start off with our pitchers. We have Allie Alusa, Michaela Miller, Taylor Clark, Paige Kelleher, and Mia Ross.
The top performer here was Alusa, right-handed pitcher out of Redwood City, California. Also a very strong hitter. The feedback there has a great ability to go the opposite way.
In the outfield, we have Amber Johnson and Macy Britschke.
Look out for Amber Johnson from Belfair, Washington, a very quick outfielder with very good ability with her glove.
Taking a look at the infield, we have Charity Savatasi and Ashley Jacobson.
Charity Savatasi out of Auburn, Washington. She's a player to watch. The scouting report on her is very good arm strength and nice footwork.
And the catchers will be Olivia Braun, Emily Paulson, and Emily Durant.
Catcher Olivia Braun, she's out of Centrala, Washington, a very athletic catcher with good footwork.
And we move on to our 14U American team. In the circle will be Savannah Smith, Megan Cox, and Sadie Durbin.
Player to watch here is pitcher Savannah Smith. She's out of Bellingham, Washington. Very good velocity. She's also a good athlete. Lots of range in the infield.
In the outfield, Aliva Burnett, Kelsey Weiland, and Holly Siebel.
Aliva Burnett out of Port Orchard, Washington. Another good athlete with lots of range there defensively.
Taking a look at the infield, we have Taylor Hainkamp, Natalie Bestplug, Sierra Melendez, and Faith Cobb, as well as Quirsten Orgas.
One of the hitters who stood out in this region was infielder Taylor Hainkamp out of San Lorenzo, California. Showed very good hands, had great extension through the ball.
And behind the plate, you can look for Anika Rajamani.
Rajamani, the report on her is how well she communicates. That'll be a very nice asset for her pitching staff, an ability to take charge back there behind the plate.
And the national team for the 14U, in the circle, you can look for Sarah Smith, Brooke Aberle, and Amanda Dupriest.
Right-handed pitcher Sarah Smith, she's out of Poolsville, Washington. One of our top performers, showed a lot of movement on her pitches.
In the outfield, Haley Rivera, Mayanna Henke, and Rebecca Spear.
Watch out for Mayanna Henke out of Port Orchard, Washington. A very quick outfielder, covers a lot of ground out there.
And in the infield, Caitlin Caldwell, Maya Seaton, for Reagan Moody, Aaliyah Stevenson, and Jordan Lawrence.
One of our top scorers here was Caitlin Cotwell. She's out of Antelope, California. Very, very strong arm.
And at catcher, Lamara Villiard.
Villiard out of Poolsville, Washington. Moves well behind the plate. Pitchers will enjoy throwing to her.
Well, congratulations to all those athletes who were named to the Northwest roster. Such a great opportunity for them in Orlando.
Yeah, great opportunity. They're going to have a lot of fun out there. They're getting an opportunity to play with players they've never played with before. They also get to represent their region. So we're looking for great games and a great opportunity for these athletes.
Make sure you mark your calendars for August 1st through the 6th. Going to be a lot of exciting action. We'll see you then.
Being selected in the NPF draft, you are immediately welcomed into an organization that demonstrates work ethic, dedication, and love for fast-pitch softball. As the official uniform provider for the NPF, we at Boomba recognize this. Our unparalleled craftsmanship shows in the way the products look and perform for these high-level athletes. Boomba's cutting-edge uniforms, products, and our commitment to the sport of fast pitch are why we are the official uniform provider for the NPF.